everybody, Backyard Bullion here. Today we have a very large parcel of silver to unbox. It's a really big one from the European Mint. It's part of the group orders. A couple of months worth of silver being stored up here from loads of different customers. So we're going to crack that open today and have a good fun chat about silver prices generally, because they're going up and up and up. Things are on the move and it's an interesting time to be getting silver. Before we do that though, I have the Backyard Bullion t-shirts. Very excited about these. These are the samples that we ordered, and I have to say they're looking really good. We'll show them in a bit more detail perhaps at the weekend, but if you are interested, loads of different colours. Big thank you to K-Man on the Silver Forum for helping with the design, because I'm useless at graphical design. If you are interested in the t-shirts, there's a link to the Teespring website down below, and you can go and see them all there in all of their different range of colours. We just got some cool colours to showcase here as samples, but nice quality t-shirts. Thank you to K-Man for the design. Thank you for anybody who is interested and wants to go and pick them up. Links down below. Now let's crack on with this parcel, because it is a big one and there's a good chunky large amount of silver in here. I'd say you're probably looking at close to 500 ounces worth, perhaps even more actually, to be honest. There's a fair few premium coins in here, and there's a fair few sort of 10-ounce chunky Queen's Beasties and things like that. So lots of people seeming to want to buy silver over this last couple of months. Now these orders are not all mine. For those of you who are watching one of my unboxings for the first time, I'd love to say that I am able to go and buy as much of this silver as I can, but in the real world, unfortunately, I'm not a mega millionaire. So I get the privilege of doing huge unboxings of 500, 600, 700 ounces worth of silver that other people have bought as part of the group orders, and we save some money on shipping costs. And it seems like people have been really keen to continue buying silver, despite the fact, let's get this bit off, despite the fact that there has been obviously some very big price increases in terms of premiums over the last couple of months, but also I'm seeing just now generally, even in this last week when prices are keeping on rising, that the demand for silver is still really high. There are lots of people who are asking me when's the next order going to be opened, can you get involved in the next order, and they really want to get it. I can get that, I totally can, because silver right now definitely looks like a good asset to buy. It's had its down, it went down when everything hit the fan, so to speak, and we are now seeing it going up and up and up again. Don't get too over-egged by that. Things will always have swings and roundabouts, and I guess it's like my message that I always try and give here on the channel, which is, always buy with a sense of how you're going to sell, always buy with an idea of your exit strategies and within your budgets and what is right for you, and not what other people say. There's an awful lot of channels and media and news outlets and just general I want to say propaganda, but there's a lot of people saying that silver is the best thing since sliced bread and it's going to continue to rise. We've seen some big gains in this last week, don't get me wrong, but people are convinced that it's going to be the thing that you will need to have, you will have to have, and if you don't have it, you're going to miss out. Make sure it's right for you is what I'm going to say. So we are definitely seeing some price rises. Just going to get this last monster box out, and then we shall start unwrapping some of this bubble wrap and get some actual shiny stuff out on the table. So where do I see silver price going? Now, that's a question that I get asked a lot more than I care to even think about an answer, because ultimately I'm just a guy who makes videos here on YouTube. I don't really have too much clue where silver prices are going to head to, and if I did know, I would be a mega billionaire shorting the market or hedging against the market. So the honest answer is I do see it increasing over time. I think as the world starts to open up again for business. By the way, if you can hear some rustling in the background, that's one of my dogs who's just taken the box away. So our dog is helping with the European Mint unboxing. Sorry, I go on tangents these times when I do these kind of unboxings. as I was saying, I do think that silver prices will go up over the next couple of weeks and months as various different industries around the world start to open up again. I think that's a really important thing to remember. Silver is an industrial metal predominantly. Yes, it's got a big bullion market, and from our perspective as silver buyers, you often forget a little bit about the fact that it is more of an industrial metal than it is an investment grade metal. You know, I love buying silver. I have a lot of silver coins myself, and it's very, very fun to do and get. And you think that that is what everybody around the world does. But actually, it's a very small proportion of the population around the world that actually buys silver as an investment. It's remarkable how few people there are who actually do this. So industry is what fuels a lot of these things. And of course, with the supply chain issues that are going on around the world right now, with mines and refineries being restricted in how much they can operate because of being socially distant and all of that, there is going to be some issue of supply, and that will of course have an effect on the price. Gosh, my dog really is going to town on that box. Anyway, it will have an have an impact, and you will see people paying higher premiums even than there are now. Percentages, I think, premiums are going to rise still, and that is something that we'll have to come to deal with over the coming weeks and months, about where we want to be as silver buyers and how much you are willing to pay over spot price for it. But spot price, I do think, will continue to rise as well with the demand that comes as the world starts to open up for business again. And then when things start to, say, come back to some semblance of normality, I don't know when that's going to be. It could be an awful long time away. I do think silver prices will come back down again. Now, there are a lot of people out there who will say, no, that's, we're starting a meteoric rise now, and, so much money has been printed, inflation, dollars will start to collapse, pounds will start to collapse. Yeah, there's definitely possibilities of that kind of thing happening, and I'm not going to say that it's impossible, but I also do think that the world is going to come back to some sort of semblance of normality. We're going to open up for business again, and I think we're going to go back to, roughly where we were. I think we're kind of at where we were, in all honesty, right now, with the price points that we're seeing in the market in terms of, now he's trying to get, sorry, my dog's trying to get hold of the stuff that's on the table now. We're getting there with some sort of price, in terms of spot price, but generally premiums are what's driving the bullion market right now and making things quite difficult. But what is, I think, quite telling as well is, and somebody mentioned this on the Silver Forum the other day, about 5-6 weeks ago, there was an awful lot of gold trading hands on Silver Forum. There were a lot of people cashing in on the higher prices of gold that had happened. And also generally people were feeling like gold was the much safer asset to have. It held its value far better than silver did when the brown stuff hit the fan. And a lot of people now are looking at gold prices and saying that's quite high. Silver represents a better opportunity, a better price, and potential for the future, I think, is what a lot of people are thinking. But I still think that the premiums are way too high right now. Really, really high, in fact. And to the point where I personally, I'm really torn about even buying any metals at the moment because of these price points and these premium points. The price point for gold is what puts me off right now. And but I can still see gold rising. That's the problem. Going over the rest of 2020 and beyond, I do think that there is going to be room for growth within gold, but it's still quite expensive. However, it is attractive because of the ridiculous high premiums on this stuff here, the silver. So where are we going to go in the rest of the year in terms of the backyard bullion investments? Honestly, it's just, I think we're just going to hang fire and see where things end up over the course of the coming months. I think if premiums start to come down on silver, then definitely silver is an attractive option. There is no doubting that. How far down it has to go. Oh look, there's a gold Britannia tucked away in here. How far it goes down, we'll have to sort of wait and see in terms of the premiums, and then maybe it's becoming a little bit more attractive to gold. Also bear in mind that the gold to silver ratio right now is, whilst it's, seems high, over 100 to 1, over 110 to 1 in fact in some cases, that is not the true reflection of where the ratio is right now because of the premium. So please do bear that in mind if you're hearing things out on various different media outlets or different bullion dealers, news outlets or blogs. Obviously silver dealers have an incentive to want you to buy their silver, and there are going to be a lot of dealers out there who will be making an awful lot of money right now because there are going to be an awful lot of people discovering silver for the first time and quite happy to pay these large premiums. But more seasoned stackers, or stackers who remember the days of, in America spot price silver, or here in the UK spot plus 20% from these European dealers, we find that hard to bear to spend 50, 60, 70, even 100% premiums on our silver. So I guess in summary, the rest of the year is going to be pretty tumultuous. It's going to be pretty up and down in terms of the price points. I think if you're seeing the reaction, or if you're reacting to the price points that you've seen last week, the end of last week into early this week, where silver really did skyrocket, be careful, because I don't think it's going to skyrocket to the moon. There are a lot of people who think that is going to happen. That is possible, but unlikely. Very unlikely in my mind. There is always going to be a medium standpoint where it can't go any higher right now unless there is a significant kind of economic collapse, basically. So we have the last few bits to come out of here. In fact, we've got a monster box which we haven't cracked open. So let's just quickly crack the monster box open and see what's inside. I think there's pretty much going to be 10-ounce coins from memory, because I can't see too many of the 10-ounce Queen's beasties out here on the table. But this is a very nice pile of silver, I have no doubt. And I do want to take a moment just to say a big thank you to everybody on the Silver Forum and just generally who have, it's not all Silver Forum members, there are some direct people who come through my emails to do this, but a big thank you to everybody for all of your patience that's been involved with waiting for these. As a lot of you who are involved know, I'm not going to unwrap all those, it'll take too long. As all of you who've been involved know, there's been some significant delays because of various supply chain issues. Mints having issue getting supplies to dealers, and also then the dealers having issues with couriers getting things out. So a big thank you to everybody for all of the hard patience that you've been showing. And I'm so glad that we are finally here with a giant pile of silver. So it is true, dealers do still ship silver. Look, here's the proof. There's a very big pile of it on the table, which will be winging its way out to all of the owners of it. Look at that lovely panda tray, absolutely love it. So that is a very large, unorganized pile of silver. And my next task is to make sure everything's here, organise it and ship it out to everybody involved in these group orders. Now, if you want to know a little bit more about what's in here, there are some pretty cool items that people have been buying. Our plans for the week will be Friday. We're going to do an In Focus Friday episode on some of the contents here. And then I suspect we're also going to take the opportunity to have a look at some of the other coins as we go and feature them over the next coming weeks. Then on Sunday this coming weekend, we'll do a lot more close, in-depth look at what people have been buying, what's popular, what seems to be the coin of the moment. I've got a few in mind that I want to talk about in terms of that. Just generally talk a little bit more about gold, silver, and generally buying from Europe, and the future of these type of group orders, because I've been asked an awful lot by people, when are they happening again? When are you opening everything up again? And I'll be sharing some of that information on Sunday. So if you'd like to get those videos or notifications of those videos, then make sure you hit that subscribe button, and also make sure that you hit the alarm bell, and then you get a notification when the video goes live. Otherwise, I just want to finish with one last little plug for my t-shirt. For anybody who is in the Backyard Bullion Rambling Society, you'll know if you are because you watched to the end of my videos. What do you think? I think K-Man has really knocked the ball out of the park with this design. We wanted a t-shirt that was wearable outside, and the problem with something that's got a big silver bar on it, or Backyard Bullion written on it, or like the Silver Forum t-shirt, you don't necessarily want to be walking around town wearing a shirt like that. So we wanted something that was a little bit understated, a little bit subtle, and K-Man on the Silver Forum has come up with this BYB logo for us, and then you see the hallmark here, which is what we've of course put on our silver. So it's wearable out and about-ish, I guess, and then you also know that it's what it is. There's like a secret within there if you are, a supporter of our channel. Now, these are all, of course, from Teespring, which is kind of YouTube's merchandising wing, I guess. They're like the merchandising partner, so everything's embedded down into YouTube, so you can go, it's a bit difficult with the angle, where am I? Can't get the angle right, there we go. You can go down, there we go, down into the description below, and you can see the Teespring link, and they will ship from, so if you're in America, they'll ship from America. If you're in Europe, they'll ship from Europe, and I think if they're in outside of Europe or America, they'll ship from America, I think. So, but all the details can be found on Teespring's website. Loads of different colours available, sizes. These are unisex t-shirts, and they're the premium t-shirts. So I've had t-shirts from Teespring before from different creators, and the basic t-shirts, they're really thin, and I was never a huge fan of them. So this is the first time getting my hands on what they call a premium t-shirt, and I have to say I'm really impressed. It's a really nice fabric. It's actually really kind of, it's a lot thicker than the other ones. I have seen thicker t-shirts, I won't lie, but again, I think actually for what you're paying for, they're pretty good t-shirts. The print quality is really good. It doesn't feel too, I guess what's the word, sort of thick and plasticky. Really nice quality in that sense, so really happy with it. And the colour schemes, I think they come out really well. So yeah, anyway, that's my little plug for t-shirts. I've officially become a t-shirt salesman here on YouTube. I never thought I'd see the day, but anyway, if you want to support the channel and you don't want to, because we have very much silver at the moment in stock for sale, but if you want to support the channel, then you can buy a t-shirt. That is the unboxing and t-shirt plug for the day. Thank you all for watching. I hope you've enjoyed today's video. If you have any thoughts, questions, comments, or anything that you'd like to ask about the contents of this order, then please feel free to put it down in that comment section. Otherwise, that is it from us. I want to finish my video, as I have been doing this last 6-7 weeks, with a big shout out to all healthcare and key workers out there in this world. Thank you for all of your hard work keeping us happy, healthy, safe and fed. Otherwise, that's it from us today. Thank you one and all for watching. Please take a moment to like, share, comment and subscribe for more.